It's time for another writer retreat, and this one's going to be slightly different from a few of the other ones I've done. Hi, my name is Dawn Dalton. I am a freelance writer and an author, and this weekend my husband is gone with his friends to a gaming thing, so I figured I would do a writing retreat. And this one's going to be a little bit different. Don't mind the wet hair. I just got out of the shower and I'm getting ready to take the puppy out for her last out of the night and kind of finish getting everything settled for tomorrow. This retreat's going to be a little bit different. Husband left today, it's Thursday, so I used today to do a little bit of, not that you can tell, a little bit of cleanup. I put away laundry, just did a bunch of stuff to get it off my plate so that for the rest of the weekend I can be at least a little bit more chill about the mess around me. So my husband left today, and I kind of used today as just sort of a planning day because I did work all day. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit interesting. So with this weekend, in addition to having to work tomorrow and wanting to get a bunch of my writing done, I also have PaizoCon online. And what that means for me as the staff writer for Eon World for Paizo, I have to sit and watch a bunch of the Twitch streams in order to write a few more articles on some of the new stuff that's coming out. Normally, I would have one article already prepped and ready to go, but they didn't send out a press release for their first stream yet. I'm hoping that I get that tomorrow before the first stream so that I can get that onto the site, and then I don't have to worry about, oh my god, I have to be online at this time to watch this thing. There are a couple of streams throughout the weekend that I do need to watch. So this weekend is going to be an absolute balancing act between my day job, my freelance work, and my regular writing. So my goals for the weekend are to write 1 to 2 articles and to write 6 pages and to edit 1 to 2 chapters of Love in the Shadows. I'm down to the last 5 chapters, but they all need major work. So if I get 1 to 2 of those done this weekend or add 3,000 words to the document, I will be super duper happy. I'm also hoping to get a chance to take myself out on a coffee date. I know I have to pick up a friend from work, and depending on the timing of her getting out of work and the streams that I have to watch, I might get a chance to also go for a bit of a hike. We will see. We're going to play that part by ear. But the plan for tomorrow is hopefully to not be underslept, because we all know how well May sleeps when the hubby's not here. Is to get into work, only work for a couple of hours, get home before the start of the first stream, unless I get a press release in my email. So I am going to bring my laptop with me to work, and I'm going to download Twitch onto my phone and kind of make sure I have all my bases covered. But if I don't get the press release by 11 o'clock, I'm going to head home because the first stream starts at noon, so that I can be here working and ready to go. I'm going to watch that stream, do a little bit of writing, well, watch that stream, turn in the article for that stream, do a little bit of writing, go to my role-playing game, because this can't be a super easy weekend. I do also have to remember to bring books with me, because one of my friends purchased signed copies of my novels, so I have to remember to bring those with me. And then Saturday, it's going to be 1 o'clock stream, question mark. And then a 3:45 stream that I need to watch. And in between all of that, kind of write up my notes, do some writing, and maybe get myself a coffee and take my friend home from work. I probably won't get a chance to actually go for that walk now that I'm looking at the timing of everything, but we'll see. And then Sunday will be a noon stream, and I think that's the only one I really have to watch on Sunday is the noon stream, so that one should only be about an hour, give or take. And then I just do all the writing and get myself coffee, and yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be a little crazy, and I'm kind of hoping May cooperates this weekend. If not, it looks like nothing is super duper early, so we can always eat breakfast and then go back to sleep if we need a little bit of extra sleep time. But I have a bunch of writing I want to get done, and it's going to be a balancing act. So I feel like all I've been doing so far today is running around, and yeah, I just got back from work. I only put in 2 hours because I didn't get any emails with press releases, so I have my setup already here, waiting for them to actually go live. And yeah, so we're gonna take some notes, write an article. Miss May decided she didn't want to stay upstairs and tried to slide down the stairs while my hands were full. So she's fine. I caught her before she really got very far down the stairs. So yeah, let's do this. First stream and article done. Just in time to sit back down and do it all again. It is now almost 6 o'clock on Friday. I just got done with my 4th panel on Twitch that I was watching. I have been in front of this computer either watching a panel and taking notes or writing an article since noon. My only breaks have been to let May outside or to feed her, so I'm a little bit brain dead right now. I have an hour and change before I need to head out the door to go to my role-playing game, so I'm gonna take a short break and try to get a little bit of writing done, but I'm not confident that it's gonna happen. Happy Saturday. It's just a little bit after noon. Yesterday was basically a full day of work and watching panels and writing one article. I spent 6 hours just doing Paizo stuff between writing the article and watching all the panels and taking all the notes. I did also get 1 page handwritten before my role-playing game last night, and then I went to my game and got home super duper late. May and I didn't get to bed until about 1. We were up a couple times in the middle of the night, but luckily she let me sleep for longer stretches last night than she normally does when it's just the 2 of us. so I'm actually fairly well rested. There are 2 panels that I want to watch today. The first one doesn't start for another hour, so I think while I'm waiting, I'm going to work on my Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm also waiting on a message from my friend to go pick her up from work, so hopefully the timing of that works out so that it's like right in between my 2 panels or after my second panel this afternoon. Unfortunately, the panels I want to watch are not back to back, so there is like an hour of downtime in between. Today's goal is obviously to watch both of the panels and take notes, get at least 2 pages handwritten, and to work on one of the chapters that's just got little sketchy notes in it for Love in the Shadows. So yeah, let's get to work. I have my Spirit City up for just a little bit of ambiance in the background, and I'm going to use the timer to make sure that I keep track of, you know, what time it is and getting to the point where I can sign in and watch my panel. And that's the end of all of the panels for today that I looked at and thought I needed to sit in. That brings me up to a total of 6 panels for this weekend already. In between my panels, I did get a message from my friend saying that she didn't need me to pick her up, so I'm good there. And I got a page and a half written during the break, which puts me at 2.5 for the day, 3.5 for the weekend, so I'm already over halfway through that goal. I really need to pull up my document for Love in the Shadows and get cranking on that. But first, I think I need dinner, and then I'm gonna sit and write and probably do a little bit more cleaning, because I definitely want to get some cleaning done too this weekend. It's Sunday. I would say good morning, but it has not been that good of a morning already. May decided to not wake me up in the middle of the night before having an accident, so we ended up sleeping, well, I ended up sleeping on the futon. She ended up sleeping in her dog bed because she got a lot of the bed, and it made it impossible for me to sleep anywhere on that bed, even after I cleaned it up, until everything dries. So, yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived because the futon is really uncomfortable. But yesterday was a fairly good day. I got 2.5 pages handwritten. I have notes from 2 panels that I can transpose into an article. I started working on the first chapter that's nothing but like little notes. Didn't get very far into it. My brain kind of did the white noise thing. I also have visitors. A couple of my nieces and my nephew are visiting overnight, so I tried to spend a little bit more time upstairs, plus, you know, that meant that May got extra pets. So I have 2 panels to watch today. They are super spread out apart, so First one's gonna happen in about half an hour. Second one, I will have like a 4-hour block between them. So I think I might take myself out to get another coffee and do some handwriting. So far for my goals this weekend, I am 3.5 pages of the 6 pages I wanted to handwrite. I am 1 article done. It was 1 to 2 articles, so I already hit the low end of that goal. And I wanted to get 1 to 2 chapters written or 3,000 words, and we're about 200 words into that goal. So we're doing okay for the weekend, not super great. So I do want to take myself out, do some handwriting at a coffee shop, and then come back, do a panel. I do want to do something creative outside of writing, just so that I am not completely brain dead by the end of the day. I also obviously have to do some laundry so that I have a bed to sleep in tonight. But yeah, so I've got my first cup of coffee and just getting ready to get settled in for the first panel of the day, and then get some writing done. I also have to edit my video that I didn't edit on Friday or yesterday, so that's got to go up today. So lots of stuff, so let's just get it going. Just like that, PaizoCon and the weekend is over. And all in all, it was a very productive weekend. I'm ready for a nap because it was also a very long weekend. I did end up writing one of the 1 to 2 articles that I had on my list. I did finish 6 pages of handwriting, and I did work on the chapter in Love in the Shadows, but I didn't even put 1,000 words into it, so that one was kind of a fail. So 2 of the 3 goals were met. I have a ton of notes that still need to be written up into at least 1, if not 2 more articles. I kind of have to go back through my notes, some of the spoilers somebody else caught that I didn't, and kind of look back at what I've done in previous years to just sort of get the articles out in a way that is expected. I am at a fairly good spot as far as all of the writing. The biggest downside to the weekend was obviously the sleep that I kept losing due to there being a aged dog who refuses to sleep through the night. It wasn't exactly what I originally planned on for that weekend, but considering that it meant that I got to do my freelance stuff as well as doing my regular writing, makes me happy that I could at least get some balance between those two. If you've been enjoying watching me try to balance all the aspects of my life, be sure to feed the algorithm, boop that like button, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.